Hey everyone, my name is Dylan from Gunspot and I'm here for the ArmoryLife.com, and in this video we're going to be taking a special look at the Weber Tactical Trifecta Concealment Holster. Okay, so if you haven't heard, the Trifecta Concealment Holster is from Weber Tactical. It comes in at around $85, and the idea behind it is that you can get 3 of the most popular concealment methods with one holster purchase. If you've never heard of Weber Tactical, they make a wide array of competition holsters, and competitors use them in 3-gun and USPSA matches all over the place. Our Trifecta holster here is for the Hellcat, and you can carry it with the Trifecta in the appendix carry position, or you can remove the mod wing if you want, and you can carry it in just an inside the waistband position, or they have this outer shell that goes over the holster like this, and it lets you carry it in an outside the waistband position. We'll talk about the outside the waistband positions at the end of the video. Right now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the inside the waistband positions, in particular the appendix carry position holster. So when you have the holster set up for appendix carry, first of all, it does come with this metal clip that you see on quite a few holsters. It's very, very sturdy. This is probably the sturdiest clip on the market. Whether you would love that or hate that, completely up to you, but it is very, very sturdy, and according to Weber's video and other videos about this, it takes 10,000 pounds to bend this back, so it's a very, very durable clip. It does have a hook underneath it so that it can come on the underside of your belt, which means when you unholster your holster's not going to come flying out with the gun. It does have a mod wing right here, and then on the back of this there are 4 holes, and that is so that you can attach one of those foam or web pieces. And basically what those things do, by the way, my gun is safety checked right here, so I'm going to go ahead and let's talk about the retention real quick before we get into that other stuff. So, it has a very good retention mold on it. You'll hear this. That's how you know it's a very good mold. So yeah, gun is empty and it's in there. So the mod wing, if you don't know what a mod wing does, it pushes as the gun sits inside your waistband. This pushes against your belt, and it turns this portion of the gun, the handle, the part that normally prints, or the grip, in towards yourself. Now on the back, like I told you, you can put those foam or wedge pieces. If you put those in there, what that does is then with the mod wing you're bringing this in and you're pushing this out, which means this part, the part of the gun that's going to print the most, is more flush against you. So you have some options there as far as things that you could do. And like I said, the retention is very positive, and it's definitely secure. It's going to be a safe way to carry. It's going to keep that trigger guard safe. It does cover the entire trigger guard. There's no way something is going to get in there as long as this has that secure click in there while it's on your belt. The retention on this holster is adjustable with the same screws that you take the mod wing on and off right here. You can tighten those down, and that's actually going to be what loosens or strengthens the retention on your firearm. So it's actually really easy to go from an inside the waistband to the outside the waistband setup. All you've got to do is remove 4 bolts. You got to remove the 4 right here for the mod wing and the 4 for the clip, and that's pretty much it. Then this shell slides over the top. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the outside the waistband configuration so that you can take a look at it. Okay, so now I've got the Trifecta put in the outside the waistband position, so you can pretty much have all of it set up, and all it takes is, like I said, 4 bolts to just swap it over. So now I've got the base Trifecta holster that's in there, and then the shell is right here around the outside, so you can see that. And it's got our belt clips right here, and this will kind of flex a little bit to wrap around your body so that you can conceal this and that it will keep that gun close to your side. So this is what the Trifecta looks like when it's in the outside the waistband configuration. It keeps that same shell. You don't lose any of the retention. None of the retention changes, so as you can tell, we've still got that good positive lock. And that's how you can carry it in the outside the waistband position. Okay, so before I get into who I think this holster is for and the pros and cons, let me kind of go over some other things real quick. Don't forget that this holster comes in at around $85 and that it comes with everything you need. Now, once you go ahead and start putting it together, it's really not that much of an effort to change it from concealed carry inside the waistband to a concealed carry outside the waistband. This is a concealed carry holster either way, whether it's outside the waistband or inside the waistband, and this is not meant for a duty or a competition carry. Weber has some competition and outside the waistband holsters that are like that, but this one is definitely meant for the concealed carry industry. The mold on this is really good, the retention is adjustable, and it is a Kydex holster. So if you like Kydex holsters and the firmness that that brings and the security that that has, then this is something that you'll enjoy. The mod wing that's included does have the adjustable wing adjustments, so you can have a more aggressive turn where it pushes the grip into your body, or you can swap it out for the more shallow mod wing head that will push it less into your body. And again, like I said, everything you need to change this holster back and forth all comes in the case, and it's not something that you'll continue to expand upon. So what are my general thoughts on this holster? Well, this holster and who it's meant for, in my opinion, is for someone who may not know what kind of method they want to use to carry their firearm. Maybe you're new to concealed carry and you haven't decided yet on an outside the waistband at the 3 or 5 o'clock position, or an inside the waistband at a 3 or 5 o'clock position, or you haven't decided on appendix carry yet. For $85, you can get this and you can try out all of them, and chances are you're probably going to find one you like, since those are the 3 most popular methods of concealed carry. So if you're new to concealed carry and you don't want to drop $50 on each holster to try to figure it out, which would end up being $150 for these 3 positions, well, instead you can just go ahead and pick up one of these for $85, save yourself some money, and play around with it a little bit. And like I said, chances are you're going to find one that you really like. So there are some cons to this holster, and my biggest one comes with the outside the waistband carry. Now, just for some context, I'm not an outside the waistband carry person. I am an appendix carry person, so I spent the majority of my time with this holster in that regard. But when I got it, I did go ahead and put it in the outside the waistband position, and there was something I noticed that immediately kind of bothered me, and this is it. So right now, like I said, my holster is for the Springfield Armory Hellcat, which I have right here. And if I go ahead and lock this in, like I said, firearm's still unloaded. If I go ahead and lock this in, it does have a good lock, like I said. So what you'll notice is, as this is a smaller framed gun, obviously. So with a full-size handgun, you may not have this issue, but this is a smaller framed one. And as my hand comes down, there's not a lot of room right here where the grip is. If you can tell, there's not a lot of room to get some fingers in, which means you're not going to be very able to get up high on that grip for a proper grip with this gun. Now, maybe mine was a pre-production model or something like that. I don't really know. Maybe mine was messed up from the factory. But even if I turn it on the back, you can see that my outside the waistband shield does not have the same cut or the same angle that the inside the waistband part has. So what happens is when you come in here and grab it, and I pull the gun out, I'm left with this kind of grip, which, as you can see, is way too low on the slide, and these fingers need to be up higher near the trigger guard. So when you come out of the holster, if you're like me and you want a high grip, which is how you control recoil, you're going to want to be up as high as you can get on that slide, and with these fingers up as high as you can get into that trigger guard for something that looks kind of like that. Now, like I said, with this in the direction of that angle, I can't get up in there with my 2 fingers. I just can't get in there. So that's the biggest thing that I saw immediately when I started looking at it, that I noticed that was probably my biggest gripe with the Trifecta holster. Like I said, for a more full-size handgun, this probably wouldn't be an issue, but for a micro handgun like this Hellcat, it's definitely an issue with this model. So all in all, I think the Trifecta holster is a good holster for those of you out there who are figuring things out in the concealed carry world, because it is a safe holster to carry with, and it does let you kind of have some options to figure out what way you like to carry the best. But as far as the Hellcat goes, for the outside the waistband carry, I don't really think that it's going to make a lot of sense. Alright, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.